significant improvement kwa presentation ya chiefs na ya OCS. Nasema hivyo kwa sababu nimeona mmeweka sana, mmetia mkazo ile maneno inaumiza wananchi kwa penye mnafanya kazi, alafu mkamalizia mahitaji yenu wenyewe. Kuna sehemu zingine nimeenda na wanaanzia kwanza mahitaji yao ndio wakuje ya wananchi, lakini leo mmenifanya, you have made us very very proud. Tunawajivunia
neno ya promotions, lakini kwa niaba ya idara yetu ningependa tu kusema ya kwamba tayari wale as commissioner wa kitengo cha tarafa waliweza kupata training na 805 wataweza kuhitimu mwezi ujao. Ya pili ni kwamba tuko na mipango kibambe, na hivi karibuni ma chiefs na assistant chiefs ambao hawajaenda ile course yao ambayo ni muhimu sana wataweza undergo hiyo course pale APTC Embakasi. Tunafanya kazi kwa karibu na DIG na hiyo mipango iko kambambe. Pia mheshimiwa mgeni wetu wa heshima, kwa niaba ya idara kila robo ya mwaka wa kifedha tunahakikisha kwamba maafisa wetu wanapata AI zao kwa wakati. Kwa hivyo kwa hayo machache ningependa tu kuhimiza wenzangu katika utawala wa kitaifa tuhakikishe ya kwamba tunajibidisha. Tumeambiwa ya kwamba hapa Makueni hakuna kahawa, hakuna cash crop. Tafadhali tupeane huduma vile inavyostahili, tuhakikishe ya kwamba watoto ambao wanastahili kuwa shuleni wako shuleni, na sisi tukue daraja njema na tuwe uti wa mgongo wa serikali, tutekeleze agenda ya serikali ya leo. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana SNA. Bas, there are 3 more people who are going to come and speak. I will call upon the Secretary Internal Security. Na yule atafuata ni Mr. Kianda from the National and Civil Registration and Migration. Alafu ya mwisho atakuwa CEO Nakada. So, Narengo.
Asante sana Bwana Arsi. Chief guest is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, our Governor, and all protocol observed. Amjambo nyote. Amjambo nyote. Directorate Internal Security and Operations. I have 3 issues because I deal directly with the Inspector General and 3 DIGs, one for DCI, APS, and KPS. I want to talk something about scene of crime management. Kwa sababu ukiona hapa Senator Makueni akiuliza waziri question ama kama ameuliza swali katika Senate ama MPs wakiuliza waziri maswali katika bunge yetu, normally we cascade these questions to the IG. Lakini mahali scenes of crime inafanyika ni wapi? Si ni kwa OCS. Kuanzia assistant chief, village elder, chief, SCC, in that order. So normally we get problems in getting comprehensive and reliable information which the CS can articulate before either the Senate and the National Assembly. So tungependa tusikizane leo katika hii jukwaa la usalama, tuelimishane kwamba ni vyema we manage our scenes of crime well. Proper documentation is done such that if anything is asked, lazima tukue na comprehensive and reliable information. I know for us in security, we operate on the need to know principle. Okay? But when it comes to matters of reporting to the Cabinet Secretary, the Cabinet Secretary needs to know all that happened for his own consumption and what he needs to relay. Kwa hivyo nataka tusikizane. Kwa hiyo kitu cha pili ni maneno ya incident reporting. Incident reporting is also critical, and this goes to the ngao specifically, kwa sababu when incidents occur, you are the first officers ambaye mnakuwa contacted na either an informer, a village elder na kadhalika, ama mwananchi. So such incidents should also be documented well, because you never know what kind of elaboration will be sought from you, and that's why it is very critical to manage those incidents as they occur, and especially in terms of escalation. Una escalate ile kitu, unajua hata ukiulizwa kama hata una notebook, unajua utasema nini, because you really need to document those incidents as they occur. Kitu cha mwisho, I know here amesema kwamba kuna very peculiar incidents ambayo huwa wanaokaa. That one of defilement, rape cases na suicide. Labda tungejiuliza, kwa sababu mapasa wako pia hapa na mabishops. Jana tulipata narrative upande ya Kitui, na pia hapa mkipata nafasi pia mtatupatia narrative ama some background information as it pertains to why these peculiar incidents occur around here. Hiyo maneno ya defilement, suicide, rape cases, sana suicide ya wazee, sana ama namna gani bwana? Sisi ni wazee ya common cases, highly female, isn't it? Male. Tujiulize, mbona wazee wamelemewa sana na hiyo maneno ya suicide cases? Kwa nini wanaume wanajitoa sana? Na sisi huko tunaulizwa maswali, what happened, na kadhalika. Kitu cha mwisho, socio-economic sabotage of our critical infrastructure along this highway. It's an economic crime. It was declared it's a national concern actually. Please, those who have been bestowed with the responsibility of ensuring our critical infrastructure is protected. And normally when we are in the field, anything to do with critical infrastructure protection used to be a permanent agenda in either in the sub-county, county or regional security and intelligence committee, because it must be discussed at any given time. Kwa haya machache, asanteni.
Our Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, our Governor for Makueni. Hapa Makueni ni vizuri muweze kufahamu kwa mwaka wa 24-25 ule ambao ni mwaka wa makadirio ya fedha, kueneza hasa
police units which can work very closely with the GAO, especially National Administrative Police Units, NAF, which we are waiting for. Also, we have done mobilization of ID cards and mobile registration, and that area, as one of us has said, we are doing very well in that one. And also, we have a challenge in registration, moving from one place to another. In fact, we are asking for equipping that office, as the officer said. The registration of birth and deaths, we would like to ask the CS and the concerned department if it can be taken to all sub-counties, because our community, they are taking a lot of time, a lot of cost, finances, moving from, let's say, moving from Bonny West, Bonny East, traveling, and the cost is too high, coming, going back. Maybe you have left one item, you are told, go back and then bring this, so that the transition there is not all that much good. So we need, if that offices can be taken to all sub-counties. Not forgetting, we want also to thank the government for this implementation of a national tree planting. And in our areas, we have done well. Only that, if we can have some water tanks, when the times of dryness comes, we can keep on watering those trees for the betterment of our climate change. Some of the things which we need as administrators, there are those new created areas, as Madam Mesene has said, we want them to be put into operation from 2017 up to date, and the others which we created last year, 2023, they are not in operational. So we are asking the government to facilitate and employ officers to be in charge of those new created units. Officers were stagnate in one place for a long time because they have been not taken to APTC for training, which is a very good course, and without that one, we cannot get promotion. So we are asking for trainings. Although Madam Mesene has said it, also we want to repeat that and say we need it. Promotions of chiefs. Some of us, we have stagnated for a long time, and also assigned chiefs. So, sir, we are requesting the promotions to be there for chiefs and assigned chiefs, and avoid this stagnating for a long time. Some of the chiefs are employed or promoted from assigned chief to chief, and actually some of us, they have taken one full year or more than that without being paid, or without being paid in that grade of a chief. Still, they are getting the salary of assistant chief, and we are asking, and we are humbly asking for that issue to be taken into consideration. We have also chiefs and assistant chiefs who have done very well in education. They have a degree. We are appealing to government for those chiefs and assistant chiefs to be promoted to SCCs. And we shall appreciate if we see one of the chiefs and assistant chief acting as a SCC, so we shall appreciate very much. Not forgetting, we chiefs, we are requesting, we have these allowances, risk allowance and hardship. Also, we are saying that if it can be upgraded, there we shall appreciate more. Not forgetting the motorbikes. First and foremost, we want to appreciate the government for facilitation of these motorbikes. Which they have been assisting us to do our work daily, and most of the motorbikes simekuwa mzee sana, asiwezi katembea. Sile ambazo zinatembea zinatukosti sana. Na we have also some officers wale ambao wana motorbike, tuko na lead officers ambao tuko nao ambao wanahitaji hizi motorbikes. Kwa ufupi nasema sile motorbike tuko nazo karibu zote, sir, they are not in a good condition. They are costing us very much for maintenance. So if we can have them new ones, we shall appreciate. In counties, especially in our county Makueni, so we need, if the uniform can be brought to our count for ease movement, na tuchukulia hapa kwa our county commissioner, it will be good. Kwa maana tunaenda Nairobi, our officers tunaendanga Nairobi, tunakuta hakuna, tunarudi. Tunaelezewa tuende next month, tunaenda tunakuta hakuna. Sasa nakuta tuna waste a lot of time on the way. Chiefs understand chiefs officers. We need them to be equipped. We are requesting for equipment, and also if we can be installed computers in our offices and electricity to make our work easy, because currently we are in digital era whereby we want to do things in a digital way. With that, I'm saying thank you. Thank you, Waziri. Thank you, RC, and the rest for organizing this event. We really appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Asante sana Daniel. We are very happy for your presentation, Papa. Asante. Bas, ningependa nipate mtu ya kusindikiza yeye. Si hata kwa harambee iko kusindikiza? Hata kuongea inaweza? Haya. One more ya a lady probably. Msiogope, this is your meeting na hamtapata tena. Hata mtu ya kuja kusema hiyo maneno yote amesema ni ya kweli. Hakuna. Basi kuja haraka.
Jambo viongozi na wananchi. Nami si jambo. I wish to second our senior chief for all that he has said. But we are facing one challenge when it comes to registration of SHA. It has been politicized so much, whereas the intention of the government is to accord mwananchi universal health coverage. Whereas we are very much aware SHA came out of a legislation which passed through parliament and which is a law, and where the challenges faced on the policy should be streamlined. We therefore appeal for support in mobilization for registration in SHA, and not giving negative, not fighting the policy, but encouraging mwananchi to register. And we are currently telling mwananchi all the challenges he or she faces, they come out so that we escalate the same to the government. Otherwise, thank you so much, Waziri, for coming, and thank you so much, our regional commissioner. We also do not have just last one. We do not have a principal chief in Makuene's county. And I therefore appeal on behalf of our colleagues for a principal chief amongst ourselves. Thank you, sir. I'm Enoch Mendeni, Chief Care Location. Thank you, sir.
Asante sana Enoch and Daniel. Nyinyi hamjui ile maneno mumeongea. You have really spoken like officers who knows what they are doing. Yeah, you have concentrated on service delivery. Unajua amchalia museme nini mumeongea kuhusu delivery of service, and that is very important, and that is the core. Now, because you have spoken very well, wacha niongeze mwingine moja. By the way, SHA is a very serious government program. Tunaweza pata maoni ngine kuhusu program ngine ya serikali. Do we have any other person? Gender lady? Maureen, watu wamesema Maureen. Wapi Maureen? Oh, good.
Yes. Thank you for this opportunity. All protocols observed. My name is Maureen Macau from Kilungu Sub-County, Chief Ikalioni location. I really want to support what my colleagues have said. Yangu ni moja. Umesikia wakiniita sana. Mi naitwa mtetezi. So, mi nataka kutetea the chiefs, especially the assistant chiefs who are newly employed. Me being one of them, I was promoted sometimes last year, April. Waziri, these chiefs are really suffering. Going for 13 months without being paid is really stressing. Especially as chiefs, we have families, we have kids in school. Most of us even have two in schools. Na unapata most of the time, mtoto wa chief kufukuzwa sio mzuri. And this can really lead to corruption. Kwa hivyo tunaomba ikiwezekana hii mwezi inakuja, tuone kakitu na tutafurahi sana. Sina mengi, yale my colleagues have said, we really wish na tunaomba yataenda kushughulikiwa na tutafurahi sana. Thank you so much. We are waiting to join the paramilitaries na if possible, pia tunataka kwenda Kenya School of Government. We want to grow, some of us are young. Na pia with time hata tutafika DCC. Thank you.
Asante sana. Now, naona tunaendelea vizuri. Niongeze ingine ama imetosha hapo? Imetosha eh? Haya. So waja sasa niingie kiwango cha ACCs. Na ninataka nimuite Elias Mutua. Karibu Elias. Na kama kuna ACC atapenda kusindikiza huyu bwana, awe tayari.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, I'll see. Sorry. Our chief guest today, our CS, Honorable Murkomen, our DIG, SNA, Governor, Deputy Governor, all the elected, and other senior leaders. Pamoja na machiefs wetu na wananchi wote. Amjambo. Kwa majina naitwa Mutua Njeru, ACC, Mukaa Sub-County, Kasikeu. Sir, we want to take this chance first to thank you greatly for giving us a chance to be with you today. Thank you so much. And in addition, as the ACCs, Makueni County, we want to first appreciate the leadership because we want to admit that all the ACCs in Makueni County have undergone paramilitary course. That was not very easy to get a few years ago. Number two, in the recent past, a big percentage, probably 70% of ACCs in Makueni have undergone DPA course and they are set to graduate, like our SNA said, next month. We appreciate that very much. Ama namna gani wenzangu? However, sir, we have a small number that has been remaining, especially 2015, who have not undergone the DPA. Na unajua Honorable CS, wakati ndugu yako amekula ameshiba na uko hapo kando hujaonja kitu, you can imagine your family itakuwa namna gani. So as the family of ACCs, we want to print that, sir, the remaining numbers, the few that are remaining, at least they get a chance again to go and get the same opportunity. This opportunity for training has also come in different ways, and we really appreciate because it also comes with a lot of team building opportunities that we get organized by DCCs and sometimes at county level. I want to request that we can have some better opportunities to enhance leadership among our between the DCCs, ACCs, chiefs, and assistant chiefs, so that we can have more uniformity in decision making and service delivery. So kindly, sir, get a chance for our colleagues who are remaining who have not undergone the DPA, so that they can have a chance for promotion. This training and the frequent facilitation has been helping us to provide service delivery to our people across the county. We have been able to greatly reduce drug and substance abuse, and the little bit that is remaining, we are still coordinating with the leadership from the region, county, and the sub-county levels, with the other security committees, including the National Police Service, kwa sababu wakati wote tukishika wale wanatumia vitu mbaya ambazo zimekataliwa na serikali, we definitely have to work with our NPS so that we can be able to get them arrested and prosecuted. However, sir, we want to request that at policy level, we may need to have some few changes. Sometimes you may find that a chief ameng'ang'ana pale chini, ameshika mtu ya bangi, na your excellency, kushika mtu ya bangi sio rahisi. Lakini unapata umeng'ang'ana, umeshika, umeenda kotini, unasikia enda na yeye probation wiki moja. Sasa unashangaa unakaa naye pale kwa ofisi wiki moja, mpaka raia wanakuambia, yani wewe mlienda ndio mkuje mkao mnakaa na huyu mtu hapa karibu na wewe. So sir, kindly, if you become better and more punitive, it will be better. Punitive sentences, it will be better. Sir, in our efforts to respond to distress calls, which is the norm of our duty, accommodate the safety of persons and property and security of property, we normally get distress calls, especially during the rain season. Mara mingi utasikia watu wamekwama kwa mto na wanahitaji usaidizi. Sir, it becomes a bit of a challenge when you realize that you need to respond to a distress call, lakini ile gari inapatikana iko mbali. Kabla ifike na mtu kwa maji wakati unataka msaidie, inakuwa changamoto. So sir, kindly, just to add to what our colleagues had said on availability of the vehicles, it is seriously going to help us, so that when we have outreach missions, when we are going to issue IDs, to register people for IDs, birth certificate, and all the other facilities, tutakuwa na uwezo wa kufika pale mahali raia ako, so that we can have service delivery at the point where the residents are. Sometimes having them move from, I will give an example of a place called Mumera, ni kwa mlima juu. Kiambia mtu atoke Mumera afike Sultanamu Dama huku Kirungu, inakuwa ni safari kubwa sana. So sir, kindly assist with the availability of vehicles for the ACCs. On the same note, like our county commissioner had already indicated, we normally get challenges of human wildlife conflict across the region, across the county, and this to request that if we could have hastened compensation of the victims, it would seriously help. We have some people who suffered either loss of sometimes injuries, others is loss of livestock is one that is frequent. So kindly see how you can help that the victims of the human wildlife conflict get compensation with at a better rate. Sir, finally, as we finish up, yetu haikuwa mingi sana. We have a few of our officers. They are not many. The scheme of service was revised recently, and it helped and gave us a lot of hope. And this, therefore, like our colleagues in other areas have already said, kindly this requests on the same note that we could have the scheme of service implemented. It is seriously going to help us, because wakati unahudumia mwananchi na umefurahi, hata mwananchi atafurahi sana. Kindly sir, let us have the scheme of service implemented so that the officers who could have stagnated can be able to move to the next level. The challenges have been indicated, have been spoken about by your colleagues about distress call, service delivery, route distance. Our offices, sir. Now, there's a common one that has been said about officers working in Nyumayanduka. So, sir, kindly, if it will be possible, we can have a policy change that in the CDF allocation, at least we'll be getting one office for ACC, another one for chief, at least every year. In a span of, say, 2 or 3, 4 years, would have cleared all the offices and would have all the offices in place, having been built, equipped with enough furniture and modern IT equipment. This is going to help us, sababu mahali miaka imefika, itakuwa ngumu kuambia mwananchi enda kwa ile cyber printiwa hiyo barua ukuje nayo. At this moment, when a client, when a resident comes to your office, they expect to go home with with a letter from you, with a lot of secrecy. We don't want to have a member of a resident knowing barua yake ilitengenezwa kwa cyber. It has to happen in office, which is well done, and which has a lot of we sign the oath of secrecy. I don't want to have a situation whereby mtu anasema report yangu ilitoka nje, nisikia watu wa cyber wakidiscuss maneno yangu na wewe ndiye tulikuwa tumeongea na wewe. That one side is going to really help us, and we want to appreciate what the ministry has done. Thank you so much. The leadership has been sound, and we can see it from our level. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Oh, sorry, as the RC counts. Sir, there's the issue of transfers that normally happens, and these officers are families. Wengi wao unapata mtu ameshalipa school fees na amenunua school uniform, all of a sudden barua imekuja. Transfer is part and parcel of work, and we agree with it. However, sir, if it will be done in a slightly, when it is possible, we could have at least a humane way that mtu asikue mtoto ya dio huyo aendi shule manake kumekuwa na change. So kindly, if it will be possible, tuwe tunapata the transfers in a bit convenient way for the family of the officers. Thank you so much.
Okay, asante sana Njero. Pigie makofi. ACC, kuna mwingine ya kusindikiza? Ama mambo iko sawa? Iko sawa ACC, last chance. A lady? Kama hakuna lady, a man can still come. Kuja basi.
Kwa mgeni wetu wa heshima, Honorable CS, the Governor Makueni County, viongozi watu ambao wako hapa na wananchi, mjambo. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kwa majina naitwa Nova Nanyu, ACC Kisau Division. Sasa sitakuwa na mambo mengi ya kusema, lakini kwa sababu ya gender balance nimeamua nisimame na langu ni kueko yale maneno ambayo mwenzangu amesema. Lakini kwa sababu mimi ni mama officer, ningependa tukuongezea hayo mambo ya transfer, kwa sababu wa mama, unajua bwana CS, sisi utembea na familia, lakini mara tunapopata transfer in between na watoto tumewaweka pale shule, inakuwa ni challenge kidogo. So ombi letu kama officers pale kwa field ni kuomba ya kwamba at least transfers zikifanyika pale the end of the year, ndio tuweze kujipanga kama wamama officers, itakuwa ni jambo la manufaa kwetu sana. So ninashukuru, nasema ni asante sana. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, our ACCs. Now, I want to give this opportunity to the cadre of the OCS. And I want to ask Anthony to come over.
Our Honorable CS, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, our DIG, and protocols observed, all protocols observed, good afternoon. I'm number 234437, Chief Inspector Anthony Maisi, the OCS Mumbuni,